And we're back after the big Destiny crash because, this podcast can't handle that much Destiny. I've tried to make it clear. I've tried to limit Destiny talk because it will crash my PC. And it didn't crash the PC per se, but it did turn everything off, aka the internet for me. So, we're back. It's been like 6 minutes? We've had time to calm down and remember just how bad Destiny really is.
Hey
That's why
man,
we're gonna move on.
Destiny ain't so bad.
It's so bad it killed the podcast.
Yes.
Not
I
even
think
the
it's the
podcast.
Bungie gods getting pissed off and shutting our shit down.
Yeah, probably.
It's censorship. That's what this is.
That's exactly what it is.
We need
You
to
guys-
Censorship.
we need to get
Hey,
the blogs
I
going.
just-
and
Got DDoS.
I just want to tell everyone in text chat we're really sorry, and could you give us $20?
Buy a Red Bull for the rest of this podcast.
It's only
Sure.
$2.50 for the Red Bull. Just a Red Bull, $20.
Hey man, you were gonna get a Red Bull anyway. Why not? Right?
All right. Well, was there anything else to say about Destiny before we move on?
Not really.
Other than
It sucks.
What did Steve get cut off in? I'm sorry, Michael.
I think it can be accurately said that Xbox users are more worthy of criticizing the game than PlayStation users ever could be, because at the end of the day, Bungie was our company. Right? We worked with them, they worked with us, we grew together.
Yeah.
Seeing this as the result, it's the worst thing your parents can say to you is, "I'm not mad, I'm disappointed." We're all very disappointed in Bungie.
Yeah. And it was enough. I mean, like, it was one thing that they went and made the marketing deal with Sony, and I tried to put that behind, just enjoy it, because I'm like, oh well, it's probably not going to be that good anyway. But it still hurt a little bit, and then and then all of this happened, and it's just even worse.
Well, it feels like the kind of shitty Microsoft under Matrick. That attitude kind of left with Bungie, and they continued it full force.
I'll tell you though, that's all.
Well,
The,
Microsoft turned back.
that's all the Microsoft guys play. I mean,
Yeah.
they're still
that
so
is
into it.
literally all Phil Spencer plays.
That's all they
It's-
talked about. I
it's-
wouldn't.
it's-
They love
it's
Destiny.
incredibly
At-
disheartening.
Yeah, at FanFest, I was like listening to Mike. It was like all they talked about was Bungie. I mean,
I
not
think-
Bungie, but the Destiny.
I think that's why they probably are so gung ho about Sea of Thieves. They want it to be like Destiny.
Oh god.
Now, did they talk about this publicly? Was this like on a podcast or something that they were talking about Destiny?
No, it was just being like they're like just hanging out. We were all
Hang
hanging
out.
out at FanFest.
Wow.
And that's all Phil talked about. That's all Yubara talked. They just were
He's
talking
like,
about
I'm working on my
how
Tim
the
was-
level
raids
34
and all
Titan.
this. I was like,
Tim was
wow.
sitting there going, "How's it about that Halo?" And they're just sitting there going, "Man, Destiny's great."
No, it's really even Southbound. He was there. That's all they talk about. That's all they pretty much play. They were like talking about how they just I mean I know I played a little bit of Destiny, but I was just
So they have to be really upset about this news. Then that's heartbreaking for
It's
well,
Or Phil
they,
Spencer.
they apologized. I mean, in actuality, the thing is probably going to sell too.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
People say they're not going to buy it. They're going to end up buying it.
but I think they're on a very slippery slope. That if they don't start to understand exactly what they screwed up about Destiny that people didn't like,
All right,
and
guys,
then
we're reaching our limit before my computer crashes again. Just throwing it out there.
and then if they don't get themselves out of this shell of stupid PR and annoying people, then Destiny isn't going to last this 10 years that they want to. It's probably going to last about 4, because they're not on an upward trajectory. I don't think right now, especially because I mean, they need to start knocking it out of the park, because otherwise it's just not going to last. And they won't say how much it sold either. They talk about players, how many unique players how many players, including all the characters they've got, which is suspicious.
Yeah. Destiny.
So Destiny is just basically going to keep just getting these updates or whatever these expansion packs. There's never going to be.
I don't think so.
No.
I think what's
Will
I
there
think
be
it's-
ever be a?
Sequel next year.
Yeah, it'll be the big $40 expansion and then 2 smaller expansions. So
Yeah.
it'll be 3.
It's going to be the same
total,
game
you know?
now. Say everything the same.
Yeah, this will all be part of the original Destiny, and then I think Destiny 2 will start a whole thing again, and probably either let you move your character somehow, or I don't
Yeah.
know. But
Will
I
be
think that'll
same
be a sequel.
engine, same. Is there going to be anything that's going to be tailored a little more for next gen?
They'll probably drop previous generation versions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's going to be the big sell to this next version. If they can get players invested into the next version with as expensive as it's going to be, that's going to be. I mean, I think they're going to have a huge push for it. And if it works,
Yeah.
it works. But if it doesn't, I don't see them lasting 10 years.
I think
don't
they
do
will.
extremely well with it.
I mean, that's like I said. I mean, I hear a lot of people complaining about it, but the bottom line is that they really do have a pretty big community still playing, right? Their numbers are pretty still high, right? Compared to other games, I would
There's
say.
also the problem that people are still playing it because it's a good playing game and that they already invested money in it. They already bought the game. But whether if you
Time.
like the time they've put in the game.
Yeah,
but if you
time.
took those same people out of the situation and let's say Destiny 2 comes out, are you willing to reinvest in this game after what happened in the last one? And I
Not
don't
until
think
reviews
all
come
of
out.
them I don't think all of them would say yes. I think they're continuing to play now just out of the sake of the money and time they've put into it. And
Yeah.
that they have other friends that play it. And if that's not there with Destiny 2, I don't think it's gonna. I think they got a lot of soft supporters right now, not a lot of hard supporters.
Yeah, I actually stopped because of the time that I put into it because it was meaningless because it just didn't mean anything. You know, I put so much time into it, and just to see it mean nothing just killed me.
Has anyone seen the Jeff Gerstmann rant about Destiny that he did in sort of December last year?
No.
No, I'll have to try and find it and stick it in the chat. But I mean, he basically talked about how Bungie never really explained what it was, and then when it came out, it wasn't that great, and that they were just never good at conveying it. And then like they complained about people reviewing it before they'd shown all the post game content, even though they were selling it. And it seems like even then they were making bad PR moves that people were just like, what are they doing? Like it just seems to like it's just been a continuous stream of bad, stupid things that they shouldn't have done.
Yeah, I mean, Bungie would make a great marketing department for another good game. No, I don't know. I don't think it really matters. I don't think it's worth even spending our time talking about this anymore.
It
Honestly.
always comes up though. It's ridiculous.
I know, but I don't even think it's worthy of our time. I don't think it's worthy of our attention to give to this game. Like someone said on the subreddit that, it's really not a bad game and you should really buy it if you're into first-person shooters. And I told him, I mean, there's more tight games out there that are better and more worthy of your money than this game. Most definitely. They're not.
There are other games that do every single aspect of Destiny better than it does.
And
Not
the
all at once, maybe, but individually.
I don't know. I think Destiny filled a hole that people wanted to fill, and that hole will get filled by something else, and the Destiny's going to go away.
Sea of
Borderlands 3.
Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. I'm actually really excited about Sea of Thieves.
Let's talk about Sea of Thieves.
That water, man.
Sea of Thieves looks great. They said it's going to be God, who was listening?
I just wish it was the game that Rare actually wanted to work on.
I know,
Yeah,
man.
They haven't been working on it since, Banjo-Kazooie started development.
Can you believe the ego of Rare that they wouldn't do Banjo, but they would do this piece of crap? I mean,
Well,
God.
it's pretty cool that it turned out this way, though. It was called Project Dream when they were working on prototypes for the N64, and apparently the original demo, even back then, was in first person and looking around the island and then sees the ship. So it was the same like demo almost they originally had. So that's pretty cool.
I wonder if
And
they'll
it's
Finally
get
getting around to it.
And it's a group. It's got group cooperative gameplay with ship social and co-op. It's not an MMO
Right.
Yeah.
because MMOs are lame.
This isn't going to be this isn't going to be a free to play, is it?
It could be.
Wouldn't be surprised. I reckon that and Crackdown are both going to be
Yes.
free.
I think so, too.
Crackdown is going to be a
Crackdown's
free to
gonna be a free
play.
to play.
That's well, it's it
I
sounds
really-
like they
Steve.
called it like open world MMO
Steve.
type thing.
Stop confusing reality with your bingo cards again, Steve.
Thank you.
I'm against I'm against the bingo cards. It's but I think
I
that
hope
they're all going to end
Crackdown
up
3
being
is
free
not
to
free
play.
to play.
It's not free to play. Crackdown 3.
Stop scaring me. I mean, I think Sea of Thieves
Um,
might be it, but
Sea of
Yeah.
Thieves deserves to try what it wants to try.
Exactly.
You know.
If they wanted to be free to play, let them try it.
I think
If
both
they-
are, and they're both going to be cross-play. So
both of them going to be free to play.
I think that's my
I
guess.
think you're wrong. So
We'll
I-
see.
I think
hope
he's
you're
wrong
wrong.
I
too.
think you're an
I don't
ass.
get. Crackdown. I want a full scale player.
All right.
Well, Tim, we're all talking about this.
4 orbs.
You went to E3, Tim. What did you see at E3? Is there anything you want to talk about? Anything you liked? What
Yeah,
you saw? And
cosplay.
We need some
What-
experience.
What was your favorite thing at E3?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I didn't. I wanted to get on Halo, but that was just an absolute mess. Nobody. They were the day 2. They closed the line at 10 o'clock. I got there early trying to. It was ridiculous walking around. E3 was extremely crowded, so I didn't get to play a lot of the games that I wanted to. I played Forza 6. It's excellent. I played
Nice.
it in the rain. I don't. I will just play in the rain all the time if I can. It's really good.
What did you
Um,
think of the image quality versus Forza 5? Did it look
It's
noticeably better?
Yeah, I mean in the rain. Well, I like to play in the rain, so I only played
Well,
in the rain.
But they looked like there was a lot of aliasing.
No, it
like-
looks
like in
better.
5?
It looks a
Okay.
lot cleaner.
Yeah.
It's definitely a step up.
Okay.
It looks much. It looks good. It looks very good.
What did you think of the puddles?
I love that. That is.
No,
No, they
that-
don't do anything.
No, they
you play
do.
with the
When
steering wheel?
when you drive through it, you feel it. Like it's crazy. You feel it like when you go through a puddle, when you drive through a puddle, and they put it in certain areas where you have to. It'll go, where the driving line is. So you have to kind of, you try to get the side of the puddle. It kind of adds that different kind of element to it. I was very impressed. It's Forza. It's turn 10. That's going to be a day 1 buy. I was impressed with, believe it or not, Star Fox Zero. I watched a lot of that. I didn't get to play it, but I liked it for Nintendo. For the indies, because they were pretty. I saw Mad Max. Looks excellent.
Does it?
Nice.
I'm
Yeah.
actually interested in Mad Max.
Looks very good. It's the graphics.
Do you have a dog?
Yeah, it's really impressive.
How does the dog look?
I was watching that through because they had it blocked off, but there was a little spot where it was opened up. So
You were creeping.
Nice.
yeah.
It's good.
Creeper.
I played the game that was in preview. It's in preview. It's an indie game. I was talking to the developer.
Which one?
In the Dark.
The Long Dark.
Yeah, I was not impressed. I was just trying to get the hell out of there.
It's actually a fun game to play. The
I
long
played it, but I
Yeah.
just didn't. I mean,
Not,
it was.
you're not in a survival game.
If
I
you
like
played it
some-
at E3, that's not really a place that you can actually sit down, relax, and actually plan out,
Right.
playing a game like that.
Right. I Solace. I think it's Solace. So SOL.
Solus, yeah.
That
That
game looks really good.
Yeah.
Cuphead is ridiculously hard. The developer told us my friend Paul he gave him $1,000 if he beat the train boss or whatever it was.
Really?
Seemed close. He said nobody's done it. I mean, that game's so tough right now that even I
We're
talked
gonna
to
have to turn
Chris.
it down.
Yeah, Chris Charles said they're going to dial it down because it's like ridiculous.
Well,
Well,
because it
as long
has
as they
such
have an
mass
option.
appeal. Yeah, it has such mass appeal. At this point, anyone who sees it is like, wow, this looks amazing. So if all those people play it and they can't even get past the first level or something, they're not going to keep playing it. And it's
Yeah.
going to get bad word of mouth. So
I saw Madden 16. It's the same old engine. Was very unimpressed. So that's just a yearly thing type deal.
Did you get to see Joe Montana football on iOS?
No, the biggest troll ever. NFL license, Steve was saying. We all were wrong.
I said if it was true.
We got trolled. I don't know why Damon didn't just tell us. I saw Battlefront and for PlayStation 4. That game, I think COD's in trouble. I think that game might be
Good.
the big game because COD I didn't see, but I heard everyone was talking about
That was game of the
Battlefront.
show, like across the board, apparently. So
It was good. I was
Yeah.
really impressed. Battlefront really it looked, I mean, put it this way, that's day one buy no matter what,
So did you only see multiplayer footage, or did you see?
I was looking. I think it was multiplayer. It looked very good.
I can't wait to see how they integrate some of the stuff from the
Force
Old Republic.
Awakens. Because there is no Old Republic level stuff. That stuff is gone now, canon wise.
No, I meant. Oh, okay, never mind.
You meant Force Awakens, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
They're actually adding a new map post release that has to do with Force Awakens.
Mhm.
and with the HoloLens, I could have probably got a VIP in, but I wasn't going to do that.
Oh, dude, seriously?
I didn't want to do that because
I would've.
But I just hung around there. Everyone who came out of that was ridiculous. Like Southbound was just blown away. I asked him about the field of view, and he said it's not really a problem at all. He says he's gonna get it. He says even it's gonna be $1,000. I'll tell you that right now. It's not going to be.
That's what people on IGN said. Like one guy was
It's gonna be
little, like,
1,000. Trust.
I've already
trust
said it's
me
going to be more than an Xbox. So.
Yeah.
Well, on
It's
on
not
pod-
going to be cheap.
Yeah. On Podcast Unlocked, they were saying the same thing about the field of view. Like, one of the guys was like, oh, it was too small. I had to go and turn my head to see things. And the rest of them were like, he's full of shit. And that it's really not as bad as people say.
It's more about the way it fits on your head.
Yeah.
If
exactly.
it fits on your head perfectly, you're not going to have no problem. But if you have like a weird shaped head, you might have to adjust. That's what I heard from somebody. He says it was very good.
that sounds like what they were saying on Podcast Unlocked. Actually, the one guy who was complaining about it had a bad fit. So
So the fitting is big. If it's fitted correctly, it is really like mind-blowing experience. And like I said, everyone because I was right there. That's where I was talking to Albert and the engineer. We were just talking out there. I met Ken Lobb and all those guys because everyone is just he's crazy, Ken Lobb. He's just like, he's just like, yo! I'm just like, wow. Just like, I couldn't even deal with him. I was just like, he's cool, but he's just over the top, I think.
Did he have his brown shirt on?
Yeah, he's just like, I love Gaff. I love it. I got it on my phone. He's like, look, I got it right here.
I think he's been banned from Gaff multiple times over for shilling or something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Believe it or not, the guys love talking about Gaff and
Oh, I love talking about Gaff.
well, we would Albert was.
I hate it. Let's move on.
Albert
Not
actually,
in a positive way.
Albert actually was out of everyone I met. Albert is like the realest person. He's just funny. He's just really cool. And I can see why Microsoft kind of puts a lid on him because he told me stuff that I was just like, wow, is he really telling me this stuff? You know,
Like what?
I mean?
Well, you guys tell us.
I don't know if you know.
Yeah, but you were saying you and
you sign an
what's his
NDA?
name heard something, right?
Well,
You and
Xbox Uncut Insider.
what's his name? Manabite.
Well, yeah, that's
Jeremy Conrad. Yeah.
yeah. We were talking about basically the Netflix HDMI 2.0. There is going to have to be a hardware revision if you want Netflix.
Right. That's what.
That is definitely true. Is that coming down the pike? It's likely for both Sony and Microsoft because they both they support 1.4 HDMI, which does not have you can't the way Netflix uses their 4K, you have to have HDCP 2.0 whatever. It's a hardware based thing. So people would think you're going to get 4K on these systems. You might, but most likely
In revisions,
there's
yeah.
going to be a revision with
Yeah.
and most people not going to care because you have 1080p, but it's coming. It's coming from Sony too. I think they're going to be the first to hit the market with the 2.0 HDMI.
Now, Tim Dog, last time you were on the podcast, you said you heard something that was going to happen at the conference and it was going to be amazing. Did it happen?
No.
It did not happen.
Steve was the only one that we knew, and we kind of vetted it together. We gave it a
Wait, Steve knew too?
Steve was
told
the,
Steve
Steve
and
was
you
the only. I tell Steve everything because
You told Steve and you didn't tell me?
No, I don't.
I don't like
Steve
I
didn't
tell
tell me either.
I tell Steve anything because I know he's the most lockdown guy in the industry.
I
You
feel
told Nigel, but
disrespected.
not Vern.
In the podcast community.
Where did this Nigel come from?
No, but it didn't come true. But what I think was confused was with the Valve.
Well, let's be fair, Tim. That's not to say that it still can't happen. I think there was a very clear sign at E3 actually that it might happen. It just hasn't happened yet.
So should we even talk about it?
No, I just wanted
And
to
talk about it or shut up and
Okay.
move on.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, calm down.
look out.
This guy Mike. I mean, Jesus, is he the curator of the
Michael.
show?
He's
Not
just
cool,
disappointed that there wasn't a Phil Spencer nip
All I
slip.
know is I listen to
Maybe
Dustin, not Mike,
That's right.
Okay.
not some 21-year-old.
I'm saying that spending time talking about bullshit that hasn't happened yet and that you're theorizing about that hasn't a real confirmation is pointless to people who don't give a shit about it unless
Well,
you
that might
talk
be
about it in the
you.
open.
That might be
but
you.
people
Hey,
are
settle
still
down,
interested.
settle down.
You
There are a
always
lot of
seem
people
to
that
have
feel
this
that way.
problem. You don't. Whatever. I'm not going to go into it.
Settle down. Talk about it later.
Settle down.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Anyway, it was fun. It was very fun. But Battlefront, I think, is the. I think it might take over a lot with the COD type deal. I think it's going to be a big game.
Well, yeah, it usually is. I mean, Battlefield's always going to have its place, and we probably won't get another Battlefront game for a very long time, to be honest, after this one comes
3
out.
years.
So it's going to be... You're going to get your Battlefield, and it's going to be awesome.
It's awesome.
Hopefully.
It looks awesome.
But, yeah, I mean, with these new movies coming out, who knows? We might get a ton of Battlefront games.
We're gonna get a lot of Star Wars games for sure.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Maybe 13,
'Cause I think next E3 we're gonna see the Amy Hennig game. So
The Visceral
yeah,
game? Yeah.
They were teasing it just before E3. Like they were showing pictures of Visceral with like it was a stormtrooper helmets and stuff. So I thought that they might kind of tease it, but then they didn't. So I mean, could it be out next holiday?
the next holiday. Yes,
Jeremy was
possibly.
hoping to see that. Well,
Yeah,
he
I
was
think
going
so.
going to that, but obviously it wasn't shown.
I think they just don't want to show it while Battlefront is a thing because they don't want to overshadow it. Possibly if it does look really good. So it'll be after Battlefront comes out. Maybe it'll be before E3, but I don't think it'll be before Battlefront comes out. So
I could see, don't they have like a Star Wars celebration every year? And now that all the films are coming out, they'll
They
have plenty.
do.
So I reckon that they could show. Was it April that they had the
yeah,
the thing? So I
Yeah.
think perhaps they'll announce it sort of like
that'll be
in the
good
first
timing.
quarter next year, and then they'll tease it then and that sort of thing.
Hmm.
I got a question for you guys though. Something we didn't hear of. I thought we were going to hear of it at E3. The Steven Spielberg Halo stuff. We heard about a new project with the Fall of Rita animated series, and we know the Steven Spielberg stuff is still coming.
In
Is there less
pre-production
emphasis
still.
Is it in pre-production still? Is that what they said?
That's what Bonnie said. I think that it's still in pre-production. So
Really?
yeah, it seems
Some-
like they're dragging their feet, or they're trying to figure out where they want to show it. Because at first it was going to be an Xbox live
Entertainment.
thing, yeah, and then it was a Showtime thing, and I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe that changed. I don't know.
I wonder if they want to make it a project for after Halo 5.
Maybe I don't know.
Well, I think like I reckon that next year, outside of any possible ports they might do, like I reckon they might give Halo a rest next year. So that might be when they turn around, go, hey, we don't have a Halo game next year, but they'll start to talk about the TV show more as they start working on Halo 6 and things sort of calm down on the game front.
Yeah, and then the
Well,
next
he
year
was-
after that we get Halo Wars, and then after that we get Halo 6 or something.
He was actually at E3. He was on the Forza, the car.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Spielberg was there.
Yeah,
Who's that?
Steven
Spielberg.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he
yeah,
was.
Yeah.
He's
Playing
at
a bunch
E3
of
every
games.
year.
Yeah, he's making that movie
Documentary.
Ready Player One.
Yeah.
And
Probably doing some research at E3
Yeah.
around all the
Damn,
nerds.
these people are crazy. I'm fucking.
Yeah.
All right,
You
guys,
doing
it's
a
time
movie for
to
these people?
move this on, or we're gonna end up with a 4-hour-long show.
Okay.
I've been working on trying to get it so we get the podcast up right away as we've been talking, but that's why I've been so quiet. I've been kind of sitting here on the website, like typing in all the information for the show. I already got a show name. I got a show name. This is the first time we have a show name before the show is over, and it's
Wow.
Destiny Takes Its Toll. Quite
Yeah.
literally.
I was gonna say $80 worth of Destiny.
Yeah, it was going to be a Destiny title no matter what. But well, Vern, I gotta ask, how are you doing? Wait a second. Wait, before you answer, let me turn out the lights. What's going
Oh,
on,
lights.
Vern?
Okay, yeah. You gotta play music next time too.
Look, I gotta find some good free-to-play music.
Need some foreplay here.
Yeah, a little foreplay.
No, I'm good, but thanks for asking.
Oh, okay. Let me turn the lights
All
back
right.
on. So, Vern, what have you been playing?
What have I been playing?
Yeah, I usually don't go to you first, but I figured this time you deserve it.
Okay,
So,
played
you
some more
didn't
Elder Scrolls Online. It usually ends up being, okay, Maria, let's play Elder Scrolls Online. Okay, yay. Okay, we start up, do a couple of quests. About 45 minutes in, Maria's just like falling asleep. Like, Maria, wake up, let's play. No, I can't. I'm tired. And then we end up quitting. So it's been hard to get in like long sessions of that. I'm hoping this weekend that we can get a good long session of that. Besides that, played some Hexic yesterday. It was really fun. Had a good time doing that. We played some big team battle in Master Chief Collection. We had that first match we had was pretty damn good, but after that, just went south. And I finished Tomb Raider again. That was my third time finishing.
Holy cow.
So I love Tomb Raider, man. I love Tomb Raider. Love Tomb Raider. So yeah, on Saturday I had gotten about a third through it before then, for my third playthrough. Then Saturday I just kind of powered through the rest of it. So
Do you play the multiplayer as well?
no, I don't like the multiplayer, but I've played through the single player 3 times. So I'm needless to say I'm very excited about
I was
Rise
gonna
of the
say.
Tomb Raider. That is definitely my most anticipated game this year. So
Wow.
Yeah, you couldn't stop creaming yourself during that stage presentation for climbing a fucking wall. Holy moly.
but what?
think
When,
you're
when
talking
they showed her
about-
stage, when she was just climbing a wall, you were going insane.
Oh, I don't even remember doing that.
To be fair, it
Yeah.
was a pretty sexy looking ice wall.
Yeah, it looked great. I mean, I remember doing it in first person
Wasn't
in
the
Call
wa-
of Duty
oh.
like 6 years ago, and
I don't
thinking
think it was
looked
the
a lot
wall.
better.
I think it was more about the snow effects when she got on the other side. I thought it looked cool, but
All right, she walked through snow. What a strong,
All right,
great show of gameplay.
Michael, stop being
that's
a dick.
very nice of you, Michael.
Stop being a dick.
I'd like to see more gameplay of it, to be honest.
It's
Yeah,
on.
there's-
There's 15-minute
there's-
gameplay.
yeah.
There's
yeah,
already
there's,
15-minute
there's,
gameplay.
there's
on
like
it.
someone uploaded it.
It's on IGN.
It's like 4
Is
days,
it?
10 days ago.
Yeah, it's on IGN.
Yeah.
There's 15 minutes.
Yeah,
of gameplay
it
on
looks
IGN.
and it looks good. I downloaded the like original. My God. That
Yeah,
thing
it was really good.
By the way, like all that's the very beginning of the game too. So I don't understand probably didn't demo very well, but that wasn't really, I don't think, supposed to show exactly what the gameplay of the entire game is going to be like.
Anybody
just
who
an-
played the last one knows what it's about. You know?
I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
it's
I don't
just
think
an
it's gonna
introduction.
change too much. Kind of like Uncharted doesn't change very much at all.
We know the open world sections are 3 times the size though of the previous game, like all those hub areas. So that's pretty awesome.
It's pretty cool. Like I saw jumping from the tree, like different types of things that were
Mhm.
different.
I know they said they were gonna focus on the tombs more, which is awesome. That was my favorite part. The tombs. I was just so disappointed that they were so small.
Well, they actually have a separate developer on the challenge tombs.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's Eidos Montreal that's
That's pretty
working on the challenge tombs, and they worked on the multiplayer before, I believe, right?
Yes,
Think.
and they also. I didn't realize that it was actually suggested that Crystal Dynamics might be doing the multiplayer in-house themselves this time. So,
That's good.
All right, so move
But they-
back
they
on to
tweaked
what
it,
you've
they
been
haven't announced
playing,
it yet.
Steve.
But yeah, that's all I've been playing.
Okay. Jason, what have you been playing?
Last night I drove 200 miles straight on the Nürburgring in Forza 5. That was fun. I played some more Master Chief Collection. That was pretty good. We had some good games on that. I mean, that was just about it. A bunch of Forza, a bunch of Master Chief Collection, just messing around. I'm waiting on World of Tanks to come out soon on Xbox. I want to see how that turns out. So that's just about it.
Forza for
Nothing.
me too. I should have said that as well.
Yeah, I'm really working on getting my reward stuff up.
Yeah, I saw you got destroyed with your
Yeah.
score. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, man! I don't. In order to get Tier 8 and before Forza 6 comes out, you need every single thing from every single game
Yep.
unlocked. There must be like one person in the world that's Tier 8. I'm just
You
saying.
can make it. If you can make it before
No,
launch.
I can't.
No.
I can't.
No.
I literally cannot. There's certain things you can't even get anymore.
Yeah, they were moving.
So,
yeah.
so like on my friends list, I got people that are huge into Forza,
Yeah.
and not even like I think the highest I have is slightly under 11,000 out of 12,000. I think I'm around 9,000 right now, and I'm like 7th on my own. So it's like, no, I'm not hitting 12,000, but I am getting 11 cars, and like I should get
Yeah.
at least $11 million on launch. That's good enough for me. All right, yeah, that's all I've been playing. Exciting.
All right, Devin, what have you been playing?
I have been playing The Witcher, and a game that totally surprised me, which is Elite Dangerous. I love that game. It's fantastic.
See, the preview only lets you play the training, and that's all I've played so far. I mean,
Mhm.
is that
Well,
a
you can
good
play the
sample?
You can play the training in the preview, but you could just go wherever you want. I mean, you could stick
Yeah.
to what they're telling you to do, or you could just go wherever. It's not constrained.
Yeah, but I've
at
only
all.
done the training. Like, once you're in the main game, what do you think of it? Like,
There's so much there. I can't give you an opinion on everything. I
do you
haven't
get
even
quests
come close
though?
to
Like, what
doing
do you
everything.
do?
Basically, you make your own fun, sort of, but
Okay, so there's no real structure.
they're not really. There's no story mode yet. They're planning on doing the story mode.
Okay.
There's a story mode yet. They're planning on doing planetary landings as well, which would be absolutely
Like
fantastic.
No Man's Sky, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they actually get that in, I don't even know why you would want to bother with No Man's Sky because this looks so much better.
Well, No Man's Sky has all
Seamless
the
planetary
procedural
landings,
generation
man.
stuff, yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But 400 billion star system.
Yeah, sounds
I don't think
cool.
you're going to need procedurally generated. I mean, well, you actually would need procedurally generated if you're going to be able to land on every single one of them.
Yeah.
You know, because there's no freaking way that any artist is going to do, or any team of artists is going to do
So-
400 billion star
So
systems.
what can you do in the game right now? Just fly around and get resources and upgrades?
Yeah,
or-
you could be a smuggler, you could be an explorer, you could be an assassin. I mean, just if you just use your imagination and think of how life would be out in space if we were trying to populate space right now.
I got a
And the
question.
different cultures that would come up and things like that, you know.
Can I be a
just
Can you be a
space pimp?
space sex
Dude.
god?
Can it be a space pen?
I'm sure you could role play that. They haven't written that in yet. But yeah. So yeah, if you think about that, you can role play that. It's kind of like Skyrim. So it's like what Skyrim is to space.
So you get quests.
Not yet. You don't get quests yet, but you can go to space stations and land on the space stations, and then you can take bounties and stuff like that, requests from people. But it's not like main story quests. So there are things that you can do, like you land at a space station, you can take bounties where these people are telling you, hey, there are pirates in this area, and these pirates may actually be other players in real life, but they're around this area. Can you please go down and go and hunt them because they're just making a mess of things, you know? And you get paid a reward that is set by real people to go and take them out. And then you can go. I mean, it's just so deep, man.
You think it's worth $30 right now?
I bought it immediately. Yeah. I was so impressed. If you're into Sims, you know, like a sim type of game.
Oh yeah, I thought the controls
yeah.
were awesome. I actually really liked the way it's controlled. So.
Yeah, if you're into Sims, then yes, it's so immersive, you know, and I just absolutely cannot wait for all the stuff that they're going to add to it. The planetary landings, the story missions, you know, I mean, they're just going to be adding so much stuff to it.
Well, I think the PC community is kind of pissed because isn't the Xbox One getting something first before the PC now?
No, I don't think they're. Wait, oh yeah, they are the CQC stuff. I don't even know what that is. I think all that is just like an arena.
Okay.
Space fighting.
It's just like dogfighting, pretty much.
Yeah, in an arena type setting, but you can do that anyway out in space.
Right.
But I've heard the flip side of the PC community. There are actually a lot of people that are very grateful that Microsoft is actually giving money towards the project, and they really believe
building it.
Yes, they really believe that it's going to help with us make things faster.
Yeah. Now, will it be cross-play between the PC and Xbox One? Do we know that? Or not?
Don't know. I don't think anybody really knows yet.
Right.
I would put money on it right now.
Yeah.
It's still such early development. Like, it was kickstarted back in 2012. It
Yeah.
was in early access in 2013, you know, which is why it's in the Xbox version early access now, which,
Right.
you know, to be honest, and people are like, oh, they're the worst thing about PC gaming is on console. And it's like, well, they're forcing every developer to have a trial. So you will know what you're getting into before you buy the early access version.
Yeah.
I feel like this game needs a different type of trial, though. I don't like that all you can do really is do the tutorials. You can't just play.
Yeah,
you know?
you can't.
So
you can play. Oh, you mean the
trial.
The preview. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can just go and explore, but you can't.
But it locks you off from doing the regular mode if you want. It makes you select a tutorial. That's all.
Which makes sense to me because, like, what can you do in that situation that isn't like just giving you the whole game?
It doesn't give you really an idea of even what you're paying for, though.
The thing is, if you don't do those tutorials, man, you're.
I know. But
no, but I got a question.
Bad.
Is it on a timer?
It feels like What, Dustin?
Is it on a timer? Like, is the tutorial on a timer?
Yes, the tutorial's on a timer. It would have been nice if the tutorial wasn't on a timer, and then the actual 1 hour trial was the game for an hour.
Yeah, they would have to create boundaries for the tutorial then.
Yeah.
Because you can just go do whatever.
But like I thought The Long Dark did a better job at the preview access, like the trial, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right.
I keep meaning to try that.
Steve, what have you been playing?
I have pretty much exclusively been playing
Wait
The
a
Witcher
second.
3.
Wait, let's pause real quick. Steve, how many games have you finished this week? That's a better question.
One.
Okay.
One.
I've literally been playing The Witcher. That's it.
Non-stop.
Apart from did finish FTL finally.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've been ignoring a lot of my tweets because of your Witcher time. Is my guess.
You can finish FTL.
Yeah, you get to the end of the thing, you kill the rebel ship. Spoiler.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so The Witcher 3. I'm actually looking at the stats here. Dustin, you finished it this week, didn't you?
Yeah, I was going to talk about it.
So I'm looking at the
Oh,
stats
well,
here.
I haven't finished it, so
Yeah. I
Oh
won't-
no,
I
no,
won't-
no! I won't.
No spoilers.
I'm not going to spoil it, but I do want to
Yeah.
talk about how it ends and the character development and just exactly what happens to Siri.
So
Too
I
much?
I made a rather bad mistake. So when in the early on in the game, it says that you need to go to 3 places to do something, and I did the first one, and then it said to go to one of the others, and I needed to be level 16, and I was only level 10. So I literally spent about 15 hours, 10 hours, something, just trying to get up to level 16, just doing side quests, and they give you no XP. And then eventually I sort of stumbled onto the other area just by going north when I was level 13. So now I'm ridiculously overpowered for this new area, and I spent 15 hours doing it. I've not got to the 3rd area yet, and I've actually played it for 7 hours, longer than Dustin has, who completed it.
Yeah.
So, but it is a stunning game. I mean, I played Dragon Age in February, and it blows out of the water in every way. It plays great. The characters, I feel because I played Witcher 2. I don't know how many of you played Witcher 3 have, but so I see sort of a lot of sort of crossover in characters, and all the main difference is the side quests. They are so good. They feel like just sort of smaller main quests, which seems like a silly thing, but the problem with Dragon Age was that so much of it was just collectathons that and then come back. And it's I feel like The Witcher has put a much more emphasis in making those much more meaningful, much more interesting to play. And I really enjoy doing all the Witcher contracts, and you go and find beasts and kill them and that sort of thing.
Mhm.
And it looks great. I think I've seen a lot of people complain about the combat, but I think it's fine. I purposely waited until they'd fixed a lot of the technical stuff. So I have noticed some texture bugs where they just don't load when you go past them. But apart from that, it's been pretty bug free as well. So I'm glad I played it now. But I've still got so much to do, and I've been playing it all week. It's so good.
Did you fix that, Vern? That I think you fixed?
What?
Oh, never mind. You don't know what I'm talking about, so no, you didn't. It just ended up working again. Well, Devin's video went out. I was curious if you'd recall.
I did it on purpose.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I didn't want to, distract everyone.
You'll never distract me. Never. You know what? I haven't heard him on the show yet. Where's Liam? That's my question.
Yeah, they just came home, and that's what it was. That I didn't want to
Daddy,
anything.
Daddy, Daddy. Miss it.
Oh, I miss it. He doesn't do that anymore.
Now he just money.
What does he
Money.
call you now?
Oh, he just doesn't do it like that.
He goes, "Father of mine."
Yes.
Father of mine.
It's time to make another one when that happens.
Yeah.
I know. That's what she keeps saying.
Oh my god.
We'll see.
And she wants it. It's probably going to happen, maybe.
No. I know.
Hold your conviction, sir.
You're like, you'll never get this.
I want one too. It's just we're working towards getting a house. So
Dollars,
Oh, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
dollars.
yeah, we're on track, and we're doing good. And that would kind of throw a wrench into things. So
Yeah.
as much as I would love a little girl around here.
Yeah, I feel you. Tim, what have you been playing, sir?
I've been playing Batman. I just got home. I got home Monday, so I was kind of jet lagged. But last night I played Batman, which is very good. I thought it was looks very good. It's Unreal Engine 3, right?
Yes, but very modified.
Yeah, it looks very good. I was streaming it. Streaming works excellent. I actually played that. I played about an hour worth of it so
Oh,
far.
you were streaming it to PC and playing it
Yeah,
that way?
I wanted
Okay.
to test that. It's
Yeah.
very good. But yeah,
How's
no,
it
that
compared to the last one?
I didn't play much of the last one. I never been a Batman guy. I know it's a big game, but I was interested. I saw some of the some of the gameplay, and I was just like, you know what, let me give this a try. It's good. The Batmobile reminds me of when you go into like the tank mode, it reminds me of when you go into Halo. You know, the Halo tank when you have that.
Yeah.
It controls excellent. It's open world. Like it. I definitely would recommend it. Still in Witcher 3, so that game is just a game that I'm just probably going to play for the next year. Just go back to it.
It's so big that you probably could just play it for the next year.
Yeah,
Not even just that it's big. It's that they do the leveling so well, and you never really feel like you're so super powered if you're playing on the right difficulty setting anyway.
And while Batman looks excellent, Witcher 3 is still much more impressive to me. As far as you can compare the two.
Can you go into buildings? Can you go into the buildings in Batman?
I haven't went into one building, but you can the grappling, where you do the grapple and pull yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. You can go like 200 yards. It's like you can hit a bridge and you can come all the way, to the bridge. It's good. You can do these bat dives where you glide and then you can go down like Batman is like a dive. It's well done.
I asked that because I saw the video in the diner.
Yeah, that's just an opening scene. That's an opening
so
scene.
Cool. The way that diner was done on the inside, it was really, really cool, and it made me think that they've opened up the buildings. Like you can just walk in the building.
I don't think you can. That would be cool, but I don't think you can. Pretty much.
You were talking about density and open world games, stuff like that. That's going to be the next big step. Is explorable buildings.
Yeah,
like a lot of them. Like that's sort of the fun thing that Fallout did is that you could go into like a lot of different buildings and stuff, but those weren't like dynamically part of the environment.
Yeah, and we're very
next big step.
Barren as well.
Some of them.
And I also played the Hotel Zanzibar level on Halo 2. Played that last night. That game that the Halo Master Chief Collection with all of its stuff, it really is it's a well done game. I mean, I know it had its problems, but I still go back to that game too. It's one of these games that you just always just jump in.
It's always there.
Yeah, it's always there. But I would recommend Batman. Like I said, I'm not a huge Batman guy. I don't know why, but I just I was like maybe I should just play this game, give it a shot, and I was impressed. I might play a little tonight after we get off. But that's pretty much it. I would recommend it for sure. It seems like it's deep, and it's I don't know how long are they saying it is? 12 hours? Steve?
I don't know.
Probably
I'm
a
not sure.
long game. It's not. It doesn't seem like a short game, and they have like Two-Face. They have the Riddler. They have everyone. So it's well done.
I think the main sort of when they moved from Arkham Asylum to Arkham City, they had a lot more sort of side quests because it was open world. And I think this is sort of expanded on that a lot more. I do have Batman, but I was installing it at the beginning of the show, so I'm going to finish that.
Main story's 12 hours. On how
that's
long
what
to
I
beat.
figured.
Yeah. Main plus extras 13 hours. It looks like.
But for me, honestly, I could, and like I said, I'll go back to it. Witcher 3 is pretty much the game right now. That's really impressing me. Every time I jump into it, I'm like, wow.
See, when talking about sort of density and open worlds, like I kind of thought that Witcher does have that. I mean, you can go in a lot of the buildings, and I mean, I like to walk into poor people's houses and take their water and stuff.
Wait a second. You like to walk
I like
into
to do it
poor
right in
people's
front of them
houses
as they're watching.
and
Then they
take
get
their
mad.
stuff.
Well, it
Well,
says
they don't get mad. They just deal with it.
it says at the beginning of the game, like if you take stuff in front of guards or something, then they'll attack you. But
Yeah,
they
they
don't.
do.
You just when I did it, I was like, oh, so let's see if I can handle them, and then I took it, and they were just like,
They kill
okay,
you in 2 seconds.
carry on, Witcher. So, okay, but yeah.
All right. Well, Michael, what have you been playing?
Let's see. I played more Limbo. Been getting through that. Finally, after taking a break from it, been playing IDARB as well, but mostly I was just achievement hunting in those games. So right now I just have like multiplayer stuff to do. I got all the importing and creating character stuff out of the way. But the big game,
special team.
I mean, you have to for the achievements, but I didn't really.
Well, I mean,
create
like
one.
anything like really iconic or anything.
No. I just created it, went through, selected a bunch of default stuff, and then deleted it to get the achievement.
I did a Risk of Rain team. If anybody's interested,
Yeah.
it's pixel perfect, pretty much, from what they actually look like in Risk of Rain.
Because Risk of Rain has a lot of pixels going for it, right?
I know, that's why it works so well. Yeah.
Exactly. But I checked out a lot of stuff. Like, there's some pretty cool stuff that people have created, like music wise with the music creator. So yeah, but the main game I've been spending time with has actually been Child of Light. I decided to finish off that game. It has
Started it yet? I need to.
it's definitely a very good game, and it's what I want to see more of from Ubisoft, and God forbid EA and Activision were to try to do this sort of stuff, but, set aside a small team to make, an RPG or something like that, something that you can put together pretty quickly, all things considered, and sell for, a reduced price, and you get a really good experience of it, because that's a really good looking game. It plays pretty well. It's not too difficult. I think I failed boss fights like once, otherwise I didn't really have to deal with anything, but it's just,
I heard there's like a multiplayer mechanic with that. Like,
yes, there is. You have a second controller, and they can control this little firefly that can heal you in battle, that can stun opponents, they can gather stuff in other places in the world. Because the cool thing about Child of Light is, at the end of the day, it was a designer at Ubisoft saying, I want a game my daughter can play. Right? Because
Nice.
making Assassins Creed and all that sort of stuff, it's like, your daughter daughter doesn't necessarily want to play it. So, you start the game as a princess who's like 10 or whatever. And, that's something that, you could definitely get a daughter to play a lot easier. So... but it was a pretty easy 1,000 points as well, which doesn't hurt. So yeah, and you got it with Games of Gold at some point, so do check it out.
Yeah, I did get it. I haven't started. I got it, and then I decided to wait till Ori came out, and then Ori kind of spoiled everything for me.
Ori's more of a platformer.
I know.
Because Child of Light, you can fly.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome. I'll have to try it. I'll definitely do it. I'm trapped by The Witcher and Elite Dangerous right now.
it took me like 20 hours to get the whole thing done. So
Yeah.
you can get it done pretty quickly.
Be too bad.
All right.
I think that was it for what I've played.
All right. Well, I guess.
Hey, before we
surprise-
end, I want to say one thing. Breaking news: Shenmue 3 Kickstarter.
Jeez.
Wait, there's an $11 million stretch goal.
What? They stretched it again?
For what?
The stretch goals all the way up to 11 million.
What do they have
What's
for?
it
No,
for?
Vern, you're lying. This is not happening.
It's true.
What's 11 million?
Well, how much do they have right
Xbox
now?
One support?
They're at like 3.6, but there's a 4 million, 4.2, 4.4, 4.6, 5, 5.16, 6.57, 7.58, 8.25, 8.59, 9.5, 10, 10.25, 10.5, and $11 million stretch goals.
Where are you finding that? Oh my god, I see that. Oh my god. And there's even a question mark.
Well, let me
more
ask
than
you, if
that.
they
There's a
only get
question mark for more.
That's bad. That's just not...
What's the 11 for?
So that's for open world,
Sorry.
and you could go inside the
I have to
buildings.
mute myself.
Are you serious?
I'm
So you're not
AI
going to be able to walk
battling.
inside of buildings if they don't get
Holy
11
shit.
million?
Hold on. But the 10 million
I'm
one just says
joking.
Bailu Village
Oh,
expansion.
jeez, dude. Jeez.
Yes, it's a maze.
I
So
just,
why
it's
not
just
another
horrible.
subtitle one?
Part-time job is added at 9 million.
Part-time job.
They need that
I thought they
500,000
were
for
gonna
a
get
part-time job.
They thought that Sony was going to fully fund this. That's what's crazy. They thought they were going to get.
Oh
$2 million.
man, not
Oh
like
my
this. I didn't want to see Shenmue 3 happen like this.
Yeah, this seems like it's going.
Not
down
like this.
disaster.
Oh,
Not like this.
this is so sad.
You know what's so sad is you thought I was ending the show and not talking about the games I played. That's what's
Oh,
sad.
oh! I thought we were done.
You
Sorry, I'm sorry.
literally, you're all like, "How you doing, Dustin?" And then you throw me under the fucking bus at the end of the show.
Usually you go like first.
Look, I was trying to round it because I beat The Witcher. I get the end. I beat it.
Okay,
let
so
me
what
tell
have you
you.
been playing, Dustin?
The Witcher 3 has an ending. Credits
does.
do roll. It's weird because it goes. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it goes like instead of having like in-game stuff, it has this really cool like animated drawing about like, and all this like happens, and it kind of explains what everybody's up to after you beat the game. But they also do. Damn, now I'm gonna mix it up. So when you beat the game, they do allow you to keep playing, and what they do is they go back to the last chapter and they completely cut off all main story ties. So you can do everything else but the main storyline, and you're just in the last chapter of the game, which is really nice. Ori, I just wish you would do that for the love of God. Update that game so I can continue to play, where I don't have to start over again. But, just small great. But, yeah, The Witcher is pretty awesome. I really can't say much more than that because it really would be spoiling that game.
Do you want to do a spoiler cast once I've finished it?
Yes, I would love to do a spoiler cast.
Because I mean, I'm not anticipating it taking me another week, as long as it's taking me now. So
No, you're going to
perhaps
be
next week.
way over P. You're going to run right through that game.
Not on my current.
Playing on.
I reckon this is going to take me 140 hours.
No, but for you, that's like 2 days, somewhere around there. You'll be done in no time.
I've been playing this all week. I'm telling you.
All right, I also played Hexic HD. Let me tell you, me and Vern had a
So
battle
good.
of leaderboards. It was so much fun.
That's the other thing I played. Shoot.
We also played. Oh, what the heck else? Mass Effect to play that for like 2 minutes. Minecraft to put another about 30 or 40 minutes into that. I wanted to play Borderlands before the show. Episode 3 is now out, but I didn't get a chance. I've been putting an ungodly amount of time into Geometry Wars, the 360 version, Retro Evolved. And like Vern said earlier in the show, the new patch really helps that game tremendously, because even though it was off by, let's say, 20 milliseconds, 30 milliseconds, in that game, that's forever. And you can
That's
feel
huge,
it.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like a fighting game where you're counting frames. It's the same thing for Geometry Wars. You need to be spot on. And
So the only disappointing thing that I heard about backwards compatibility, since we're talking about Geometry Wars, Uno, it's not going to have the cameras.
No dicks out night. Shoot.
no, but the thing is
Man.
people on 360 can still toss their dicks out, while if you're on Xbox One, no dick. So I think this is unfair.
It's like a peep show.
Yeah, like people
It's
on
like
the
a
360 can still have their vision camera hooked up.
Well,
It doesn't stop that. You just won't have a camera on your end.
but it won't be in HD though,
Tragic.
so it's going to
No,
only be
I
like
understand, but
what,
it doesn't mean
720p.
I'm just saying Uno's still not safe for your children, okay?
No.
It's not. Like, don't,
The only M-rated
do
card
it.
game on Xbox Live.
yes, it is definitely M-rated. Now,
You know
And then I heard 1 versus 100 could possibly work
just
something out where
no,
they
It's
They
not. Just
resurrect
let it die, okay? Let it die.
no.
Well, they said last year that they were working on something in that kind of mold, and they haven't announced anything since. So
Was
I don't
this
know.
the thing that you guys thought was going to be an E3?
No,
1 versus 100. Oh, dang it.
but
No,
we're not
that
talking
would've
Could have
been a
left us
game
in
changer.
suspense.
No, we won't talk about that.
All right, I'm going to talk
So,
about two other games before we end the show. I want to talk about Viva Pinata, because I played that on Let's Play Monday. And let me tell you, Viva Pinata is awesome. No, I played that on Relapse Friday. And that
Okay,
game is still
I
amazing.
heard the scaler helps a lot.
Yes, it does. It looks really pretty. And it's funny to see any thread about backwards compatibility, because the first picture anybody ever posts is, look at Viva Pinata. Doesn't it look amazing? And it really does. It holds up. the art style, the graphics, it still looks great.
Such an awesome game.
And I know this isn't an Xbox game, but I finished up Left Behind DLC for The
Oh,
Last
do I
of
have to
Us.
play it?
Do you have to play it?
Yeah, like what'd you think of it? Like,
I thought it was really
definitely
good.
like
Oh
required?
yeah,
you'd
it's
say?
it's not required. Like I don't think
Uh-huh.
if The Last of Us 2 comes out, I don't think you're going to have an issue if you've never played it. But
Right.
it's just more goodness. Like it's totally up there with the main game. Like it's totally worth
Yeah.
playing. And because you have it on PS4, you have it. Play it. It's
Yeah.
completely worth it in every sense of the word. The dialogue, what you end up doing, the how it tugs at your emotions, all that's there, and it's all great. It really is. It's an amazing game. And I was, we did it in 2 parts on our channel for Twisted Tuesday, and I thought I was getting close to the end, and I was wrong. It took me about another hour and 10 minutes to get through it, but it was amazing. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I think that's everything I've been playing.
I was.
I
just
have
gonna
one more
say-
game. I forgot to talk about real quick. If you don't mind, Steve.
No, so I was
Kristen?
just going to say about other BC stuff, but you go first.
Okay. Well, I also played a 360 game that was running on Xbox One. I played Battle Block Theater from
Yeah.
the Behemoth. That's a stupidly fun game.
Yep.
It's just kind of inappropriate because you can fart to blow yourself up, and that's the sort of stuff I like in games. But that's a real fun game, and I'm glad I'm checking it out now. So yeah, that was another game I've played, and I want to know like at what pace they're going to add more games for preview members, or if we're just going to wait for it to go retail. I won't mind, but I'd like to see, next month we get a stock of more games. Next month a stock of more games, but it's up to them.
They have a new game coming out, don't they?
Yeah, Game 4.
Game 4.
It's just called Game 4.
It's
Yeah,
just,
they don't have
it's
a
literally
name
called
for it
Game
yet.
4. I think they're just going to call it Game 4 because
I think they're just gonna call it Game 4.
Yeah,
that's
it's
something they do.
It's a turn-based strategy game. It looks like kind of like Shining Force or
Yeah.
Fire Emblem, Advanced
I
Wars.
like
that
turn-based
kinda-
stuff, and I like the Behemoth's sense of humor.
Style.
So yeah, their style, sense of humor.
Yeah,
They're releasing Castle Crashers on Xbox
Yeah,
One.
that
Yes.
too.
Okay, they
Yeah.
are. Yeah, and they're not just re-releasing it. It's like a HD version or something. I mean, they're actually doing a lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
They're doing
to
a
it, so
proper
it's-
re-release, how Microsoft
Yeah.
tends to do their re-releases.
Yeah,
Remake
but-
the game, don't just polish it up.
It looks like Game 4 though. It's about like this giant bear floating through space that crash lands into a planet and just destroys everything, and it's a post-apocalyptic world because of it or something. So it looks so strange.
Yeah, Behemoth.
All right, Steve, what did you want to talk about on backwards compatibility?
I was just going to say, because I had actually been playing for you. I played Kingdom Keflings with a friend of mine, and we did that co-op. I wasn't really hot on the whole Keflings thing. I loved Clone and Clyde from them, but played Keflings. That was fun, although Kingdom has some performance issues playing online. But then we played World of Keflings, and that seemed much better. We also played a bit of M Plus together, which I haven't tried it since they did the recent update, but that kind of doesn't run well enough. Like it's skipping all the time, and sometimes like you'll press X to blow up, and then what happens is that it registers that you've blown up and quits the level, but it doesn't actually blow you up. You just stand there and it just quits.
Right.
But yeah, so I mean, there's some stuff. I mean, Super Meat Boy, which I played, was perfect. Like I mean, it was just as it was. It was fantastic. So just hoping that they seeing what the new updates do and they keep working on those and stuff. So, but
That's another one
Keflings is
to play.
fun.
Super Meat Boy.
Super Meat Boy.
All right, well, I think we've come to the end of this amazing episode 100. I would like to
It's
thank
long.
everybody. Yeah, it's a long podcast. But I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Please write us at letters@xboxuncut.com. I'm gonna
It exists.
turn out the light, have the mood setting. The letters at xboxuncut.com. That's right, people. write us, follow us, subscribe, go to our YouTube channel, talk to us on Twitter. You can actually, if you watch in the feed, we have these new, names under us. They roll. They let you know our Twitter names, Xbox Live names. And with the new follow feature on the Xbox, I like to follow Vern. Vern's always playing something crazy. And I like to
follow
harass
us. Send us messages.
Yes.
We'll read them on the show.
Go to steverules.com when you get a chance, because that's an awesome website. And there's always like a list of like 1,000 things that might happen at Gamescom. That list could be coming. And eventually it'll turn into 100,000 things.
Spoiler
that
alert, it is coming. I have started working on it, I'm not going to lie.
Here's your Steve is your one-stop source for lists, just so you know.
Lists?
And predictions.
I thought that was you.
SteveRules.com lists.
I do like my lists.
And
I'm not going to lie.
predictions.
Does anybody want to shill out anything? No? Maybe?
CEO.
Oh my God, it's
for
Liam!
Orlando's this weekend.
It's Liam. Game over. We had Liam on the show. We're done.
Look, it's
Pop.
Vern.
Not impressed. I approve. He's not impressed.
I approve.
He's
Oh.
like, I thought the golden throat would have more beard. Like my dad's beard's fuller. Like this is.
See, he's got a beard like Daddy. Look, he's got a beard.
I think Vern needs a shave, though.
Yeah.
Vern
I need
has
a
a spray
trim.
on beard. You need
You say what's
a
on your
better
head.
pencil.
What's in my head?
He's got short hair. Daddy's got long hair.
Yeah, I'm thinning, balding.
Really?
Tragic.
Is that where you grab the beard and then you're going to use that?
See
And they
right
can do like, they can do like.
I
right
thought
there?
so. I wasn't gonna say anything. But
Oh no! I've put my foot in it now.
All right. Before we get into doing our nails and stuff on the show, we're gonna move.
I actually do my nails.
Oh.
For a
Okay.
guitar, this is just my right hand.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's for fingerstyle guitar. Yeah.
Wait, so you have nails on one hand and not on the other?
Yep. I
That's
actually
weird.
put what I do. I did go to the salon once. Oh, I felt like such a girl. And
We're going there.
so-
Go for it.
I did a little bit of research, and I figured out that I could just cut up some ping pong balls and put them underneath my fingernails and shape them that way. And that works.
All right.
It's
Yeah.
not a podcast with Devin without like a tip. Like it always happens. There's always a tip. There's always like a life hack.
You know what I was thinking about when he was talking about Elite Dangerous?
What's that?
Do you need a gym in space?
Oh my goodness.
I think the answer is yes. Vern.
Uh,
I think when you're in an anti-gravity environment, you're gonna need some form of gym. All right. Well, thank you everybody for
Thanks.
tuning in and putting up with our craziness for one more show. I apologize that this is going to be a two-parter when it comes to the video. It's just going to be part one, part two. The podcast, you won't have that issue. You're just going to get one solid file. But thank you for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. Peace out, everybody.
See you guys.
We'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Smashing.
Happy 100.
Bye.
Happy 100. And then,
See you later.
I don't like any of you tossing out there.